You are watching the Diggin Dave, where we analyze the highest value rarities in American numismatics. Today we are investigating a major historical anomaly, the 1795 Jefferson Nickel. Many new collectors search for this date, yet they encounter a massive chronological problem. To understand this mystery, we must look at the transition from the flowing hair design to the draped bust series during the early years of the Philadelphia Mint. While Thomas Jefferson is the face of the modern nickel, his image did not appear on the 5-cent denomination until the 20th century. We will break down why this specific date is so famous among U.S. hunters and what the actual silver coinage from that era is worth in today's market. Stay tuned as we verify the facts. In 1795, the United States Mint was in its infancy, operating under the Coinage Act of 1792. During this period, the 5-cent coin was known as a half-dime, not a nickel. These coins were struck in 89.24% silver and 10.76% copper. Thomas Jefferson, who was the third U.S. president, had no connection to the design of this era. Instead, the 1795 half-dime featured the flowing hair design by Robert Scott. Production was limited, with an estimated mintage of only 78,660 pieces for the entire year. For American collectors, owning a coin from 1795 means owning a piece of the post-Revolutionary War economy. Understanding these technical specifications is vital for anyone trying to distinguish between a genuine 1790s silver rarity and a modern base metal nickel. The confusion regarding a 1795 Jefferson nickel stems from the fact that the Jefferson series actually began in 1938. Replacing the Buffalo nickel, the Jefferson design was created by Felix Schlag after he won a $500 prize in a public competition. Because the modern nickel is so common in U.S. pockets, beginners often mistakenly search for older dates that do not exist for that specific design. If you see a coin with Jefferson's face dated 1795, it is a counterfeit or a modern fantasy token. No genuine United States 5-cent piece made of nickel existed in 1795. The first copper-nickel 5-cent coins, known as shield nickels, weren't even authorized by Congress until the year 1866. This 71-year gap is the key to solving the mystery for collectors. The authentic treasure from this era is the 1795 flowing hair half-dime. This coin is significantly smaller and thinner than a modern nickel. It weighs roughly 1.35 grams and has a diameter of 16.5 millimeters. There are several known die varieties for this year, which adds to the complexity and the value for specialized U.S. collectors. Some versions feature a repunch date or different numbers of stars on the left and right fields of the obverse. These tiny details can mean a difference of thousands of dollars during a professional auction. When you are hunting for 1795 coins, you are looking for silver luster and specific minting errors that occurred during the manual screw press process. This is the real history that every serious American hunter knows. Data from the Professional Coin Grading Service, or PCGS, shows that the 1795 half-dime is a high-demand asset. Historically, in the 1950s, a fine-condition 1795 half-dime could be bought for under $50. By the 1980s, that price rose to nearly $500 as the hobby grew across the United States. Today, the market has reached new heights. In 2026, even a heavily circulated specimen with a good 4 grade carries a price tag of $1,200. If you find one in about uncirculated condition, the value jumps to $15,000. The most pristine examples, graded MS65 or higher, are worth over $60,000. These numbers prove that early American silver is a stable and lucrative investment for those who can identify the genuine strikes. Advanced collectors also look for the 1795 draped bust variety, which was introduced late in the year. The transition from flowing hair to draped bust is one of the most exciting periods for U.S. numismatics. The draped bust design was intended to create a more mature image of liberty, modeled after sketches by artist Gilbert Stuart. While the half-dime mintage for 1795 is combined in many reports, the draped bust type is exceptionally scarce for this specific year. These coins were struck at the first Philadelphia Mint building using hand-dyed steel blocks. Because each die was unique, collectors can often identify the exact tool used to strike their coin. This level of detail is why the 1795 Silver Series remains a cornerstone of the American coin market. When evaluating a 1795 coin, you must check for specific wear patterns. On the flowing hair half dime, wear typically appears first on the hair above the ear and on the breast of the eagle on the reverse. Authentic coins will show a distinct denticle rim, which was often weakly struck due to the technology of the time. Counterfeits of these coins are common in the modern market, often made of lead or pewter to mimic the silver weight. Using a calibrated scale and a jeweler's loupe is necessary for verification. In the USA, getting these coins slabbed and certified by companies like NGC or PCGS is the only way to guarantee the five-figure valuations we see in 2026. This protects your investment and ensures the coin's historical legacy remains intact. The mythical 1795 Jefferson nickel does not exist in the official records of the United States Mint. The true prize is the 1795 silver half dime, a coin that represents the birth of the American financial system. Whether it is the flowing hair or the draped bust variety, these 231-year-old pieces of silver are worth a fortune to the right buyer. Always verify your finds with a professional and study the mintage history to avoid falling for common myths. The more you know about the early Philadelphia Mint, the better your chances are of finding a real masterpiece. We hope this factual guide helps you identify the true rarities in your collection. Keep searching the history books and the auction catalogs for the next big find. Like and follow for more videos.